Dugma Junction, guys, and unfortunately this is going to be a video of disappointment. So I've had 50049 and 50007 on pre-order from Hornby, or should I say from Jadland Toys and Racing, for a while. I'd noticed over the last few weeks that they were both landing with people and they were getting them. So I was keeping my eye out, hoping mine were going to be turning up very shortly. Then no, nothing. And then I noticed that on the Jadland Toys and Racing website that 50049 came into stock and then went out of stock. And then a few days later 50007 came into stock. To be precise, it was 6 units and went out of stock. So I thought, oh, that must mean my order's on its way then. Because if I thought, oh, they obviously sell them to the general public, so they would have fulfilled my order. Wrong. Rang them up on Friday last week and was advised that on their delivery, the box which contained 50007 was missing, and they are in dialogue with Hornby to try and find it. And they were trying to resolve it before Monday, which is today, and they were hoping to get both locomotives out to me today. If not, obviously they would give me a call and let me know. Or I could cancel the order, or I could wait. So I decided to wait. And then, much to my surprise, later on Friday afternoon, late afternoon, I received an email from them, and it basically advised that both had been dispatched. So I was like, oh, fantastic news. I rang them up. They've managed to get it sorted out, and they've got them out to me on 1-day express delivery, so it would come on the Monday. I thought that's absolutely brilliant service. So I was chuffed. I was really happy, anticipating all weekend to get these locomotives today. And yeah, only 50049's turned up today. And on the packing list, in the box, all it says is to follow for 50007, which I'm quite disappointed about, because on the emails and on the order status on the website, it all says that they've been dispatched. So first of all, I was a bit peeved off about that, to be perfectly honest, because I was expecting both of them. But it is what it is, and sometimes these things happen. So, I was like, all right, fine, we're just going to have to wait for the other 50 to turn up. And then I've started to get the 50 out the box and look at it. And this is where I've really become disappointed. Now, I know that when you find something wrong with something, you always pick holes and find the minute little tiny things which are wrong. And to be fair, I probably have, or I am doing it with this locomotive. But I will show you anyway what I'm not happy with. So first and foremost, let's go to the first thing I noticed. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to show up, but on this cab window here, there are quite a lot of fingerprints all over the glazings in the window, like someone had handled it and picked it up. I then come across and looked between the F and the nameplate, and it's not going to show because I've got really poor light in here, but there's there's half a dozen little scuff marks on it, and little indents where it's obviously got marked somehow or somewhere along its journey. The roof, I think the fingerprints up on the roof, I'm not sure if you can see them. They're up around there somewhere. The fingerprints all over the roof. Then I noticed that there's oil. Now, it was worse than that when I first got it out, but there's oil on top of the cab, on the head code box, and that's been transferred off the little flimsy piece of plastic they lay across the top. Now, I would imagine at some point someone's taken this loco out, put the bogie down on that piece of plastic, and it's leaked oil from the bogies, and it's gone on there. They've laid it across the top, and that's why the oil's then gone on the head code box. That would be my theory on it anyway. I then had a look at both sides of the loco, and as the common fault with quite a few people have been having, as you can see, one of the buffers is missing, which was inside the box, loose. Not a game changer. It can be glued back in. It's not a major problem. So if it was just that, no drama at all. Would have sorted that. One of the steps is all kicked out and bent, but that's fine. Again, you can quite easily rectify that. The wipers on both ends, as someone else has pointed out on a YouTube video, are not flush against the windscreens. They're out. But again, that's not a deal breaker for me. But you've probably picked it up while I've been talking. I've got a crack in the body. That is a deal breaker. So that was that. I had a little look at the louvers, and again, I'm probably picking holes, but I didn't think those louvers looked quite right. They look like a couple of those are slightly bent. And then I turned off. I better just check the other side. So I've turned the loco around and checked the other side. Now, underneath the 0 and the 4, you can probably see the little white mark. Now that's an indent, a paint chip, and underneath, just between 9 and Defiance, there's again another half a dozen little white indent paint marks or little scuff marks, which is not good. Again, not the end of the world. Obviously, I wouldn't ideally not want them there, but it is what it is. I then come across to the louvers, and well, they're not great. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking it up, but first of all, they're not in line. They're on a slight angle, and some of the louver blades are bent. Now, if you've got a Class 50, you'll know that if you remove the bodies on these Class 50s the incorrect way, these louver blades have a tendency of bending, and I think that's what's happened on there. I think someone's taken this body off and they've inadvertently bent the louver blades. So I'm guessing now, but I'm going to say that this Class 50 is a return. Someone's had it out the box, fiddled with it and sent it back, and then it's been passed on to me, which, if that is the case, not acceptable. So I'm pretty disappointed. There were other things as well. I think I covered the fingerprints, the broken buffer, the crack, the louver issue. What else was there? There was a couple of other things. I can't remember. The oil on the roof. I've not even checked underneath, to be perfectly honest. Well, the body's quite loose, it feels like. Yeah, the body's really loose. But yeah, so the underside's okay. Reference the damage to the loco. I'm going to blame that, because all it's come in is a flimsy piece of cardboard, which is probably about 2 or 3 mil thick, if that, and a little bit of carrier bag wrapping. Shocking. No wonder these things are getting broken in the post, if that's how they're sending them out. So yeah, I'm quite disappointed, to be honest. I was hoping to have both the locos running on the Christmas special we're going to be bringing your way, but that's not going to happen now. Again, just touch on, I'm disappointed that 50.007's not turned up after expecting it. So my experience hasn't been great, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've emailed the guys. I've tried ringing them all afternoon. I can't get through to them. I think that's because they're closed. It says on their Facebook they're closed, but the phone lines seem to be open but just ringing. So let's go with they're closed, and that's why I'm not getting through. So if they're closed, they're closed. I can't do nothing about that. I've sent them an email to ask to return this particular loco, and also just put some notes in there to say that I'm unhappy that 50.007's not turned up. There are other things which I was picking up. I think one of the ETH cables was broke as well. I don't know. It's just frustrating, guys. Anyway, sorry to rant and rave for almost 9-10 minutes or whatever it's been, but I'm not the only one who's having quality controls with the Hornby quality control issues and issues in general with the new GBRf Class 50s. So disappointed. That's all for me, guys. I'm gonna sign off now because I'll just keep whinging and whinging. The doors aren't even lined up properly. They're all look like they would open the wrong way. But yeah, anyway, that's just one of those things. Anyway, I'm going to stop here, guys. Like I said, I'll keep going on and on. Thanks for watching, and hopefully the next time you see a GBRf Class 50 on the workbench, it will be in good condition. Oh dear. Take care, everybody. Bye. Wow. So the saga continues. This is replacement 50049, and 50.007 is down there, which is what I've both ordered from eBay and from a proper model shop. Now 007 seems okay. I've given it a quick look over, but I will get it out in a minute and have another look. But 50049, you're not going to believe this, and I'll tell you, but it's also got a crack in the nose. So I'll just quickly put the camera down and I'll spin it around and show you. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on the camera, but I'll try and go in if I can. Let's try and zoom in rather than moving the camera closer to the logo. But if you look where the orange box is next to GBRf, you'll see that little hairline crack. So, do these 50s suffer with mosaic rot? Or is it just unlucky? Anyway, this one will be going back to the shop because I'm not having a locomotive. This one cost me £185, no sorry, £187.50, and I'm not having a locomotive with a crack on. The other thing as well is these ETH cables on the front, which you take off down by the number 50049, which is there on the front and also on the side down there. Normally you can detach them on the locomotives, obviously to get access to the chassis and put in like a sound decoder or a DCC decoder, but yeah, they are not coming out, and I do not want to break them if I'm sending this back. So yeah, that's a bit disappointed. So it looks like there's another 50049 going back. Anyway, the saga continues, and we'll keep you posted on if I actually get one, which I'm happy with. What a shame. Well guys, as you're going to find out very, very shortly as they pass underneath the tunnel, I have finally got a 50049 Defiance in GBRf livery, double-headed with 50007 Hercules. So, third time lucky on 50049. This one's turned up in pretty good condition. I would say probably 9 out of 10 compared to the other two which I've had. One which had a bad crack on the nose, and the second one I received had a hairline crack in the nose. I just hope that it's not a return of the mosaic rot on the cabs plates inside the locomotives, because that will be disappointing if it is. But yeah, I'm pleased. I think it's probably about I'm gonna say £700 or £800 later. So basically what I had to do, I ordered a 50049 and a 50007. I then had to cancel my order because 50049, the first one which turned up, had a crack in the nose, and the supplier couldn't guarantee they were going to get a 50007 in stock. So I cancelled my order and got a refund for those two. I then went on eBay, placed an order for a 50007 and a 50049. They both turned up, and the 50049 had a hairline crack. The other 50007 was alright, it had a couple of blemishes on it, but because I was quite fortunate and I got a little bit of a bonus from work prior to Christmas, I didn't want to chance it because I've seen that they were being sold out online, so I ordered another 50007 just in case if my luck was going to continue and the one which I got first was going to be knackered as well. So yeah, the second 50007 come, and it was in mint condition, which is the one on the second. Well, I say it was in mint condition. That's the one which is leading second on this train now. There were two buffers off of it, but a little bit of glue soon sorted that out. They shouldn't come like that in the box, I get it, but apart from that, the loco, the paintwork, everything was really good. There was no blemishes or anything like that. Yes, the colour is slightly off. Then obviously got in contact with the person I brought the first 007 and 049 off of to return them, because like I said, the second 049 had a crack in it, and the other 007 went back. Because to be honest as well, this second one was 20 quid cheaper as well, and it was in better nick, so kept all of those. And then today, third time lucky, 50049's turned up, and yeah, I'm just happy to have double-headed GBRf 50s on a rail tour on Dugma Junction now. So let's just see him come past the camera again. There are a couple of defects which possibly other people have not mentioned yet. I mean, you've got the common colour problem, which people have said about the orange and the blue not being right, the doors not being quite right on them as well, and the buffers coming off on some of the locos. So they're the common things, but if I put 50049 and 50007 next to each other, you'll see there's a few super detail bits missing off 49, and it's the same on all three of them because I did check it as well, but 007 didn't seem to be affected. So what I'll do, I'll take them off the track in a moment after they've had a run in. Well, they've had a run in anyway, but after, for me to see them going around a few times, I'll show you the little bits and pieces which is missing from 50049, which is on 50007 and all the other Hornby Class 50s. So I'm not sure what Hornby's quality control is up to, but they've clearly missed them, or they've rushed them through and hoped someone hadn't noticed, but I've noticed. So yeah, I know I said I was going to let them go past the camera last time, but they're almost a full circuit on the layout, so let's have them come past one more time and then we'll cut to the locos and I'll show you the bits which are missing. Oh, I say that, that's me, not them stopped. I've gone to turn on the lights and I've reset it, but yeah, they go past the camera. So lovely jubbly. Anyway guys, let's show you what the little defects are. It's nothing major, but it's just super detailed things, as I said. So, in front of you now, upside down, you've got 50007 Hercules. And these are the two super detail items which I've noticed are missing. Let's see if I can focus on it. So you got these little, I think they're AWS boxes, or I might be wrong. They could be something to do with the electric train heating. I should know really, but I don't. I'm going to ask the question when I go down. But yeah, these little orange boxes, they sit underneath the cab and behind the buffer step, you'll see there. And there should be one on each corner, so there should be one on this end and then the same on the opposite end. And also on my, oh, I'll get back in the camera, you got the chain link coupling on 50007. Let's see if I can get in focus. So you got the chain links on both ends on 50007. But if I move him out of shot, a minute, and if I bring in 49, my 49 hasn't got them on either ends. So they've missed them off. And if I turn 49 upside down, you'll also see that the little detail bit is missing on both ends on 49. Now, those two bits of super detail were missing on all three of the 50049s I had. Said it's only a tiny minor little thing, but yeah, the Hornby quality control is, well, I'll leave that for you to say. Anyway, let's get these back on the track. I'm going to end the video here now. I'm happy to finally have received two working order class two GBRf Class 50s in working order, and it took long enough. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Apologise if it sounded like I whinged quite a lot, but it was quite a frustrating period of time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one guys. Take care.